everybody have their coffee? I do. How is everyone today? 3-day weekend. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Hi, guys. I am having a slow-mo morning. I'm not going to lie to you. I woke up later than I normally do, and I've just been taking my sweet old time about getting started, even though I have so much to do and I have to leave in like 2 hours. So, is anyone going to Brooklyn tonight? All these places. Yeah, I did a morning one so that some of the people where it's obviously a different time of the day could catch it. Trying to mix them up for you guys. You're going to Brooklyn, I'll see you there, OG's Fish Room. It's about a 3.5 hour or so drive without traffic for me, so I have to leave pretty early to make sure I get there and get situated. Wilkes-Barre, that's close. Or Wilkes-Barre, however you say it. Cyprus, that's cool. I'd love to go there. Yay for your celestial plural, Danny. I think that was Thomas or something like that. So I just came down here about 10 minutes ago. So far, it appears that all the new fish are doing just fine, which is fantastic. You never know what you're going to get when you order. My fish lights kick on at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a central timer that turns them on then and then off at about 3:30 p.m. Hey Justin, that way the light cycle down here is really consistent for the fish, and I have them set to go off that early because that's about when my kids get home from school. And then I can go up and make sure I say, hey, how was your day? Start the afternoon runarounds for sports. Am I a morning person? I grew up on a small farm, but I always got up before 5 a.m. and I don't know if I'm really a morning person or if I'm just used to it. But I'm definitely more with it in the morning than I am super late. You know, I don't know. I mean, I guess technically I'm a morning person. So what do you guys want to talk about today? When did I get my first tattoo? I was 21. So that was a long time ago. Almost 20 years ago. Captain, really? Is that necessary? Did you guys hear that? He just banged the glass. I have guppies. I don't need to get them. I already have them. Manchester, UK. Hi. Hi, Barbados. Oh my goodness. You guys are going too fast. Glad to hear it, Lauren. Steel Blue Boy has some attitude. I'm kind of shocked he was so mild-mannered here. I really thought he was going to be the one that was like super chill. I'm excited to see how that teal one does for you. She adopted the last of the male bettas I had, guys. They're all rehomed now. I'm so happy about that. Let's take a look at some of the new fish. I'm not sure how much time I have today, since I'm kind of running in slow-mo. Just the cardinal tetras. You can see they settled in. Doing really well. Fully colored up. Now these guys are maybe 3/4 of an inch, so very young. Here are some of the chili rasboras. There's quite a few in this aquarium. Everybody's eating breakfast. What else is new? Here are those Phoenix Tetras. Microdevario cubatai, or neon green rasboras, and Trigonostigma espii, the lamb chop. Have a good day, Marianne. Good morning, Heather. Here are the Endler's live bears. What else is new? Oh god, the Cooley loaches. There they are in all their wiggly hell. And also the Danio Chopre. These guys are actually really pretty. They're getting some red to them. I'm not sure if it's translating with this video. I don't even know why I bought these fish, to be honest. But they sure are pretty. You see that one right there? You can see the red coming into the anal fin. It'll be interesting to see these fish develop. Alright, what else is new? Oh, all these guys. Ugh. This is the barred pencil fish, which are my favorite. Oryzius wowere, the Daisy's rice fish. And then there's Apistogramma borelli in here, which, oh, there's some right there. But I showed you guys these in yesterday's vlog, and you can see that everyone's, well, it's kind of bright. Everyone's colored up really well and settled in pretty beautifully. I love those barred pencil fish. Man, they're sexy. Here's the Boraris maculatus, the teeny tiny ones. I honestly don't remember if I did a species spotlight on these or not. If not, I'll probably do one for Sunday. Oh, there's some Ember Tetras. They look good. See how nice and bright copper they are? This is what embers look like when you settle them in. Often in the stores they look pretty clear, but they are absolutely stunning. And these are still young. They're not even full size. What else is new? I'll show you the wiggly little cories because they're adorable. There's the Carai Tetras. Oh, look at all the Barbuca diabolica. Fire Eye Loaches are out. I need to move them into the 150. Then we have the little sparkling gouramis. Happy birthday, John. You're almost my daughter's birthday, buddy. You see the nice blue eye on those sparkling gouramis? That's what I like about them so much. It's almost day glow. This tank also has Laubuca Dodi bergeri, as well as Trigonostigma samfongzi, Samfongs rasbora. It's a real mishmash. The barred pencil fish, that's about it. Maybe inch and a half max. I'm pretty sure I did a species spotlight on them. You can find it on my channel. They prefer softer water. They are South American fish. That being said, they're pretty versatile, and consistency is better than messing with parameters. I think that's most of the new stuff. I noticed my Liatacara were being especially... Oh, look at all the Contradens out. This tank's going to be all sorts of cloudy right now, though, because when these guys eat, it is an aggressive moment. But you can see this Liatacara is really fired up. It looks like it's about to breed, probably with that Liatacara. Really, really an understated beauty. I think they're super, super sexy. But what I really want to get going, as I mentioned every week, is these silly Hypancistris Contradens. They really need to start breeding for me, or I'm going to get angry at them. They're definitely ready. Show you guys the geriatrics. The old folks home. Oh, and I should probably show you the Shelleys. Good morning, guys. I see you, but you were already fed yesterday. Quit being so greedy. Even if you beg like a puppy, it doesn't mean you get food. Look at that gar. Totally acting like a puppy. Please, feed me, please, 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 I'm so hungry. Not funny. They really are talented beggars. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. This guy begs like this every time you come to the tank. Even if he'd just been fed. I like seeing his cute little chin though, with all the spots. Here are the Shelleys. We'll sit still for a minute and see if some fry come out. Oh, sorry. I'm getting old. I can't kneel. Oh, there's some teeny tinies. Right back there. I'm not sure, since I can't focus this. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see them or not. You can see how big the teenagers are getting though. Oh, there's a lot of little fry around. There's some right here too. See if I hold my hand still, if you guys will be able to tell. I got the coffee shakes. And I'm charging my gimbal, so my apologies. Oh look, did you guys see the Synodontis lusipinnis? We almost never see them. There's like, I don't even remember how many are in here, maybe 5, maybe 6. They're in an interesting fish, and I really want to do a species spotlight on them, but I haven't been able to get any good footage. Not enough, probably, Chad. I still have a whole cup of coffee to drink. Anyway, I really want to do a species spotlight on those Synodontis, but I've been unable to get consistent footage of them for you guys. They're really pretty fascinating because they're a cuckoo spawner, meaning in the wild, they actually go to cichlid nests and eat the eggs and replace the cichlid eggs with their own for the cichlids to parent. Which I think is really cool. But because there's so many hiding places in this 75-gallon, they utilize it. There really is a lot of fry in here. I wish I could focus this for you. See the little tiny guys right there above the green shell in the middle? They're super teeny, like brand new babies. There's like 4 right there, and then in the back right in front of the sponge, there's a whole passel of them. No, I haven't done anything with the timer yet. As you guys can tell, I sort of have a thing for fish with blue eyes. Here's more fish with blue eyes. Oh, of course it's not going to focus. Look how sexy these guys are. These are Pseudomugil aerophores. They're in the Gertrude complex. There's baby plecos and shrimp and all kinds of stuff in this aquarium. Yeah, I've kept Pacific blue eyes. Oh man, Lauren, there's so many nice species of Pelvicochromis. I could not even begin to tell you which one is best. Any of them are basically suitable for a 30-gallon. All right, I need to sit down and drink some coffee. You guys will have to look at my ugly mug for a little bit. What other fish do I have in my Shelley tank? I have Cyprichromis. They're the blue ones with the yellow tails. I have those Synodontis lusipinnis, whose common name I can't remember. They're a catfish. I have some bristlenose. There's actually a few coolie loaches in there. Yeah, I got my P.O. box set up yesterday. It's in the description of yesterday's video. Am I doing any talks in Northern Virginia? I'm speaking at the Big Fish Deal in March. Joey is as well. That's the closest I'm getting to Virginia, I think. My chickens are doing well. Oh, my coffee. Thank you for reminding me. What is my least favorite fish to keep? Coolie loaches. I do not enjoy that fish. Oh boy, there goes. Do I have CPO crayfish? No, crayfish are illegal in the state of Pennsylvania. Where's that going to be in March? It's going to be in Gaithersburg, Maryland. I'll get the link up on my website soon. I have so much I have to get done. Oh, I'm so glad that you got your gouramis. Aren't they adorable? Oh, I tried to pick out some that I thought were likely male, but it's really hard to tell with that fish, especially when they're that size. CPDs are super easy to care for. I just sat down. Oh, it's in Rockville. Whoops. The club's located in Gaithersburg. Yeah, I have Sid Loaches up there right now. My favorite fish are my Polypterus and Leckeri. Fish that are sensitive to parameters. Do I do more frequent, smaller water changes? Yeah, I do, generally. I find that over time, though, most even sensitive fish sort of settle in. Kuwait, wow, that's pretty far. Matthew, my shell dwellers are not for sale. They're my fish. Have I kept African clawed frogs? Yes, they're a great pet. Do I prefer nearite or apple snails? I mean, that's like picking a favorite kid. Have I ever kept newts? No. Though I have been intrigued by them. Have I ever visited Poland? No, but one of my favorite human beings is from Poland, and he has family there. I'd love to sometime. Where do I get empty shells for the shellies? I buy escargot shells on Amazon. There are some vendors that sell them as well, but they're cheapest on Amazon and they work out great. I just make sure I give them a good rinse. Can you feed roaches to fish? Probably. As long as you haven't treated for roaches. I mean, that would be my concern. When did I start keeping fish? As a child, and then again when I had kids. My kids are 21, 15, and 13. I'm not very well traveled, guys. I've been all over the US, well, the coasts anyway. Canada, Mexico, some tropical places, but nowhere in Europe or Asia or anything like that. It's on my bucket list, along with many, many other things. Summer tubbing will start in the greenhouse probably in March and outside in May. Fruit flies are fine. My summer tub plans, I am pretty excited. I have to tell you, I think I'm going to have maybe 6,000 gallons running outdoors this year, and that is huge. The plan is to get tons and tons of cyprinids, as well as move out a lot of shrimp in order to let them really capitalize on the outdoor breeding season. Yeah, Justin. Well, I have a few thousand gallons. I think I was doing 2,500 or something last year, and then I just got 20 70-gallon tubs, and I'm going to get 20 more, and then I have some preformed ponds to set up. So I am absolutely like geeked to get started. Now the greenhouse has been staying really warm, but it's still too cold at night, so I'm thinking late February, early March, I'm going to be able to get out there and start getting my plants sorted and everything like that. You know, I'll have to see. It all depends on the weather. Who knows? We could have like a beastly March with tons of snow and freezing temperatures. So we'll just have to see. I'm not going to start a GoFundMe for anything. If there are some really good clubs in Australia. If they want me to speak, they can invite me out, and then everyone would have their opportunity to meet me there. But I'm not going to use a GoFundMe for me to like go cool places. That just doesn't seem right. I don't know, maybe I'm proud, or maybe I'm stupid, but I'd rather have it happen naturally. I do keep turtles now. Yes, I like turtles. Oh my goodness, I can't even see what people are asking. More people should hit the like button. That would be delightful. It's very warm today. Yeah, man, I'm like a little uncomfortably warm down here. It's about 86 degrees down here. And it's, my house is 77 upstairs. We heat our house with wood, and I haven't made a fire in 3 days. It's so warm. Which I appreciate, because it was so beastly cold the past month. I mean, it was miserable. I don't keep any amphibians right now. Not on purpose, anyway. Oh, I'll see you tonight then, Chrissy. Make sure you say hello. Are you feeling okay or just dieting? I just changed my diet, and the weight has sort of been pouring off, and I'm all right with that. I mean, I feel really good. I need to get my knee fixed, and I'm a very poor surgical candidate because of the amount of surgeries I've had on it. So I'm trying to do everything I can to maximize the chances of success and be able to get my knee fixed. I have 5 prosthetic pieces in it, 4 of which are currently broken and jangling around in my right knee, which you can imagine makes mobility and standing on concrete and carrying boxes a bit challenging. So I'd like to get that fixed. But in order to do so, I really don't want, it's a 6-month recovery time. I really don't want it to turn into a year. So, you know, doing what I can to get into better shape, to give myself the best chance of success. I'm not that young anymore. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not that young, so surgery in general is just a lot tougher. But I don't know how to limit the viewer chats. I haven't looked into it. I only ever think about it once I've already started a live stream, which I have to tell you guys still make me insanely nervous. I have to sit down for like 15 minutes before I start to get my nerves under control before I even hit that live button. This makes me really nervous. But you guys help, so thank you. What time is it? It's only 10:20. I'll probably give you guys like 20 more minutes. Yeah, the diving videos are fun. She just had another meet last night that she won. Yeah, I get the nervous shakes. That's why I have a gimbal, but again, since I'm going to see Joey tonight, I'm not sure if I'm going to vlog at all or not, but I wanted to make sure that gimbal was fully charged, so it's plugged in right now. Normally that hides my shakes a little bit better. Man, Captain Cranky Pants is giving me the hairiest of all eyeballs right now. Late 20s, I'll take it. How do I feel about large chain pet stores? They're as good as their employees. You know, I wish that they paid their employees better and did more with continuing education. I don't think that they're ultimately good or bad, but you can have, I mean, you can have really phenomenal people working at the chain stores. Oh, thank you, Dopes. I appreciate the super chat. You know, so, I mean, a lot of people blame chain stores for the demise of the small independent stores. A lot of people blame online retailers for that. I mean, the reality is the market is always changing and shifting, and if you don't embrace what people want, or at least accept what people want, you're going to have problems. And I think, you know, chain pet stores can stay in business indefinitely because they carry such a range of products, and cat and dog is what pays the bills. And a lot of small fish stores, you know, when it became easy to buy everything online for cheaper, they lost the nuts and bolts of their income to be able to support carrying really good quality unusual fish. Justin, can you ban people for me if needed? Vlog with Joey. We'll have to see. I mean, he's there to lecture. I'm not sure that he wants people to record it. I'll have to talk to him about it. Things have been so busy that, you know, I haven't really talked to him about it. So we'll have to see. Thank you, Justin. Lithuania, that's cool. think, Frank? I'm glad you find them useful. I've actually lectured to the company that sells to Petco and stuff, like about how to better keep small fishes and like some of the choices the stores can make in order to have better success with more diversity of fishes within their stores. And I've seen some changes implemented over the past couple years. Oh, thank you, Karen. But, you know, there's the reality with chain stores is that they need to keep fish in stock that will sell and that will do well in a central system. So, thank you, Kirby. I will say hi to Joey for everybody. He's actually messaging me now. I can see it in the corner of my screen. I think he's getting ready to catch a flight soon. There's still more videos that Joey and I did together that haven't been put out. Who knows if those will air, Justin? You know, like when I visited him, we shot pretty much the whole day, one day, just to try and get a lot of cool content so we could pick and choose what went out. I was really proud of the stuff I put out about him. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of an idiot and my camera died partway through my interview. So I lost some of it, but I'm hoping to go back out there maybe in the spring. We'll have to see, and we can do a part 2. You should definitely hit up the big fish deal. I did help with his new stocking. He asked for my advice. He sent me his fish list and wanted to do a nano tank, so I gave him like a list of fish that I thought would be rewarding, cool, and obtainable that he could keep and that you guys would be able to find as well should you want to emulate that aquarium. So, you know, Joey doesn't really need my help. He knows what he's doing. But sometimes it's fun to get another person's perspective. What is happening tonight? Joey is lecturing at the Brooklyn Aquarium Society. I think it's actually on Coney Island. Or at least it used to be. When I lectured there it was. I'm not sure if that's still where the whole, I hope they, I mean the room that I lectured in was standing room only when I was there. I'm hoping they have enough room for Joey because it's not a giant space and he brings the people. Yes, weather can affect pleco breeding. Hi, good morning, Julie. It's nice to see you. I don't think to be clear, I think a lot of people are scared. Yesterday I said I'd stop selling fish. I won't ever stop selling fish, I don't think. But what I was kind of interested in doing is doing more like, instead of maintaining this really diverse, huge, broad list, it would be to sort of like do focuses for a while. So maybe like for a month or 2 months at a time, have like a rack of the fish room be dedicated to a particular family of fish, so that I could set them up. You guys could see them in different display environments, see how they behave, see how they breed, see, you know, really see how they act when they're set up in a more realistic way, like you guys may keep them, and then sell them off and do it again with a different type. I would still maintain probably half the fish room for my sales list, but the problem I'm running into is like my business is really busy. Give whiskey a treat, I will do that. My business is really busy and I'm having trouble keeping stuff in stock, and I feel like all I'm doing is like cycling fish through the fish room, which is the nature of a fish business, but I don't really get to have as much fun with them as I'd like to. And I'd really, really enjoy setting up more model communities for you guys and things like that, that I think would give you a more accurate representation of how to keep these fish well, not just what they look like in a species tank. So, you know, I'm mulling over a lot of things, but I have to be realistic about the income. I mean, I get demonetized every video on YouTube. It doesn't seem to really impact me that hard, but we'll have to see if my channel growth keeps up, and if it stays consistent like it is now, then I'll have a little bit of financial freedom in order to scale back the stock list enough to be able to do something really cool like that. But that's sort of like where I was going with it. I'm just really excited to show you guys more comprehensive care. So that was a better explanation than what I said yesterday. All the way, I don't have a window. Oh, you mean the big boys? These guys? There's Gars and Polypterus in there. I don't, you know, people tell me start a Patreon. I've had it set up for a year and a half and just haven't launched it. I don't know if I can, you know, do anything special, additional for Patreon. What about my channel is worthy of being demonetized? Ask YouTube. I have no idea. But for a couple of, like probably 6 months now, every single video gets demonetized within the first 24 hours, which is when you get the most ad revenue, and then I appeal it, it's approved, and it's back on by day 2. I don't know why it happens. But, you know, my channel's also growing really quickly, so, you know, apparently I'm not being hit too hard because the growth hasn't slowed down. But, I mean, it's not unique to me, this situation. It's happening to a lot of people, so I'm not taking it personally. It's just irritating. Kelly, I don't think it helps at all to wait to watch videos, because what they want to see is the engagement, the likes, the comments, the shares, and that's how you get rewarded. So really, the more likes, comments, and shares I get, the better. Can I talk about lighting plan at aquariums in future videos? Yeah, you know, I was working on this big deal to get the whole fish room relit, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'm really bummed. So I'm going to have to come up with a plan with that soon. So I think what I might do is relight it in sections and show you guys some different affordable strategies. We'll have to see. You know, there's so many things that I want to do. It's just a matter of enough hours in the day and being able to keep up with my family and all that stuff. So, you know, it's a balancing act. My job first is a mom, second is a fish pimp. Levi asked if I can do a Sicyopus species spotlight. I've been trying to get in more. I only have males. I need females. So, you know, importing those guys is a crapshoot. Sometimes you get all boys. Sometimes you get a good mix. Sometimes you get a not so good mix. So, you know, I'm at the mercy of the exporters. I don't have purple pencils. I actually prefer the coral reds, so I don't generally carry the purples. I find the purples to be a bit more snarky and therefore less rewarding to keep, and I like the overall coloration of the coral reds way better. Do my kids have an interest in fish? No. Sexing Sicyopus, the females have very little color and the males have a lot. Is Bashir a peaceful fish? No, and I have done a species spotlight on them. Late 2017. Well, I've only been doing YouTube for 2 years, so you didn't miss too much. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate the support. Well, have a good day at work, Lisa. Sexing albino cories. If you look at them from the top, the females are way wider through the chest area, the pectoral region, and they're also larger. Now, it can take a while for cories to get to maturity, but it becomes really obvious when they are. Thank you for the super chat, Greg. North Carolina. I love North Carolina. I've always said if I'm going to move, it would probably be to the Carolinas. Can pencils be kept at lower temps, such as 72? It depends for how long and what species. Some of them can do fine in the lower temperatures. Serious question, do I eat seafood? Yes, about 4 days a week. My daughter is pescatarian, so we eat a lot of seafood here. No, my kids don't have favorite fish. They like going to the fish events. They travel with me a lot. They go to a lot of events with me, but I think they more enjoy meeting the people and staying in hotels than the actual fish part. However, they attend all the lectures with me, so they're pretty smart about fish. Hi from Norway, hello. Coffee's right here. I usually have coffee in my hand till about noon. Amount of CPDs that will comfortably fit in a 3 or 5 flugel spec. I probably wouldn't put them in a 3, but in 5 you could easily put, you know, 6 to 8. I would, you could keep one angelfish in a 20-gallon tall, but if you keep it with guppies, it's going to eat them. I come to Florida every couple of years. I used to vacation in Florida every year, but my mother died about 10 years ago, and that stopped that because she's the one that had the summer house. But I do have family that lives down there still, and there's a lot of people I like to visit. My kids loved Rusty Wessel's fish house. They swam in his koi pond. They thought that was pretty cool, and actually my older daughter's phone also swam in the koi pond, which was less than ideal. Little side note for you, don't throw your cell phone into a several thousand-gallon koi pond. Although Rusty will jump in to rescue it. You have fish events in Singapore. You have aquascaping events in Singapore. I have Otocinkless now, Julie. I have to print out my stock list and walk around the fish room and figure out, I think there's probably like 10 things that I haven't put on it. I'm just haven't gotten it. I've never been to Miami, actually. Hello from Ohio. Aw, I'm sorry to hear of your loss, too. The Dead Mom Club is not a fun one to be a member of. The Dead Parent Club in general just sucks. I think my kids were like 4 and 5 when my mom died, and now they don't have any grandparents at all, and that really sucks. But they have lots of good fish friends that have been in our life for a long time. I have a steady pH of 8.4 with Cardinals. Should I try and lower it or leave it steady? I would keep it consistent, but you have to be really, really aware of ammonia toxicity in a high pH tank because it gets exponentially more toxic. So make sure that your tank is super cycled and be very, very careful during that initial phase after you add the fish. Do I have Pinaculus macus clown plecos? Yeah, I have one. It's been in the fish room for probably 6 years. I need to get more. They're a great fish. The Netherlands, awesome. What did you ask me? Wow, TDS, that's low, Jared, 20 to 30. Good ways to boost it for red cherries. I would probably try utilizing a cichlid substrate that has crushed coral in it. And then instead of doing large volume water changes, do smaller, more frequent ones. Have a good day, Aqua Apprentice. Favorite fish YouTubers, Joey. Actually, Tank Tested is a friend of mine named Alex. His channel's small. It's only got, I think, about 250 subscribers, but he puts a lot of time, energy, and creativity into the production of his aquascaping videos. So check him out, Tank Tested. And also, I love Peck Tech. I'll watch Peck Tech all day long. He's so creative. Oh, good. I'm glad you watch him already, Jared. Yeah, Tank Tested is Alex Wenchel, who lives down, I think, in Virginia. He's been a customer of mine for a while. Really great guy, and he really knows how to edit some videos. Really talented. Lurk mode on. I see a lot of questions about angels. I don't work with them. I don't keep fish that work with them. You want tetras and stuff that are 2 inches or larger, otherwise they'll eat them when they get bigger. Oh, I like Steenfot too. I like Bob. He's a great guy. Most of the YouTube I watch has nothing to do with fish. You know, when you spend 10 to 12 hours a day working with fish, answering questions about fish, dealing with fish, packing fish. When I'm not working, I often like to give my brain a little bit of a break from fish, so I watch, you know, just like normal YouTube stuff. I love like cooking shows and hot ones, and some of the vloggers, and you know, primitive technology, stuff like that. You know, that's just sort of soothing. I don't keep severums. Have a good day, Aaron. I do not have a video explaining pH because I don't think it's that important. I think that hardness is way more important. Should I keep Dario in groups? They do fine in groups, or they do fine alone. Hi, Roida. I hope I said that right. Shout out to piranha fish who never get any love. You know what I'm tempted to get to show you guys is basically the nano equivalent of piranhas. They're called exodons, and they are like the most aggressive little fish ever. You know, they are like but they're schooling and they're so cool. Yeah, tank tested. I'm glad they took a leap. He is a great guy and gives quality content. He puts like a solid month into each video. Alex is great. Yeah, I think they're called the bucktooth tetras. You guys know I stink at common names. My favorite wild betta species, honestly, is betta simplex. And I think that's just because they're the first one I ever bred. Oh, hey Alex, you're in here. Yeah, see you. Keep up the good work, man. You're doing a great job. He's in here, guys. Make sure you tell him. What made me such a hardcore woman? I don't know if I'm as hardcore as y'all think I am. I just look a little tough. I started working very, very young. I actually rode horses professionally and was giving horseback riding lessons and riding for stables all over the U.S. at a young age. Started my own business with that. And then left home at about 17 and moved to the city. Just worked my whole life. Been very self-reliant. So, you know, I think the tattoos make me look a little harder than maybe I am. Thank you for the kind words on my appearance, guys. I thought I looked great before. But I appreciate y'all noticing. I'm 4 months into my diet change. When I was younger, I looked like my 15-year-old daughter does. She's like the spitting image of me. Favorite aquatic plant resources? I like Aquatic Plant Central. Do I have electric eel? No, I don't. You guys, I keep like little tiny fish or really big fish and almost nothing in between. Sydney, Australia, 2:40 a.m. You need to get some rest. Yeah, we can look. Let's look at fish again for a few minutes, and then I gotta figure out what I'm packing tonight. I don't even know what I'm doing. Come on, camera. There are the barred pencils. They're the only pencil that don't have a diurnal rhythm, and a diurnal rhythm is when they get a completely different coloration in the dark than they have during the daylight. Most pencils have, here, I'll show you. I only have one other species of pencil right now. But like, see these guys? They have horizontal striping during the day, but oh no, I sold all the SBs. But during the night, they have a completely different pattern. The barred pencils are the only ones that have a stable pattern, no matter the no matter the light. And they're petite. They have really tiny tube-shaped mouths. After all, that's where Nanostomus comes from. Tiny mouth. And I just think they're super fascinating. Now, they are a bit expensive, anywhere from $14 to $20 a piece. But I think they're totally worth it. I don't find them to be particularly jumpy. They're very directional. They stay in that top third and absolutely striking, especially in a super heavily planted aquarium. I won't ever get angels, guys. They will be for sale. I just got them in yesterday. Yeah, my husband is incredible welder. He really did me right in this fish room. Not only did he build my racks, but he ran all my electrical. And as you can see up here, see it's written timer. Every other box in the fish room is hooked to the central timer so that the lights all around the fish room stay on that timer to help with algae. He also helped me run my PVC central loop, made me custom stands like this one, made me my shipping station, built me my office, and in general carries lots of really heavy stuff for me. So he is, while he's not a fish guy, he definitely is pretty darn supportive of what I do down here. Oh look, you guys can see the 173B. See that high Pancistrus on top of the cave? Pretty fish. Let's see. This tank needs, okay, so this is how much plecos poop. I haven't done a water change in 2 days on this aquarium. Absolutely disgusting. How did this operation go? He was, you know, it was just an eye removal, which, you know, is something that takes some adjusting to, but what the heck did I just do? Somehow I just did something weird with my phone, and there's all, uh-oh. Well, not just an eye removal, but, you know, it's not like it was, it's not like he had a tumor or like he had to go through prolonged medical treatment afterwards. He just, you know, he had to have his eye removed, and it was a couple-week recovery, but he was back to work pretty quick. So, you know, it is what it is. I wish I have like this entire line of pictures of me across the bottom of my screen that I have no idea how to get rid of, and I do not enjoy it one bit. And I have no idea how that happened. The large squashed caves, those were made by plecocaves.com. The owner is Brantley Berry, and both he and Nancy of South Central Cichlids make phenomenally good pleco caves. I have a Samsung something or another. How old was I when I got into this hobby? I had fish as a kid. It is getting so warm down here. I mean, the fish love it, but swiping down. Oh, nope, that just scrolled the chat. Yeah, I don't know what I did here. I don't know why there's pictures of me. You guys can't see it, so it doesn't matter. It just means I can't see what's in the frame. I do need to get more hill streams in. Have a good day, Candace. Hi, Mary. See, I have my computer here so I can look at the chat here, but this is driving me absolutely bonkers. Let me see. I don't know why it's doing this to me. It's not very nice. I am not very technologically savvy, clearly. About 5 minutes and then I gotta go. I tried tapping on my phone screen. Nothing's happening. It's hard to ignore Julie when it's all like there's like 20 of me looking at me. Thank you for the super chat, Tron. Olaf. I don't know how to say your last name. Stocking tips for a 15-gallon flex. So here's the thing with stocking, guys. I can't tell you what fish you like. Almost every small fish that I work with is appropriate for a 15-gallon. What I generally encourage people to do is take a look through the various species spotlights and find a fish that really speaks to you, and then build your community around that. So figure out which one is most important, and then I can give you advice all day long about what will work with it, but I can't choose for you what you're going to take care of. You know, you have to figure out what you like. Should get more crypts. I didn't expect those crypts to live in that tank. They've done really well though. Well, different species of cory something. School together sometimes. There's lots of different like groupings of cories. Like there's long-snouted cories, there's short-snouted cories, there's Aspidoras, there's Brochus. Sometimes if they're from the same like complex, they will actively school together, but then they could probably also hybridize. So it's best just to get more of one type than a few of many types. And I mean, you'll just get a better behavior. Someone just asked me something about coffee, but I can't find it. Oh well. How do I make the water harder for fish? You can use, there's a lot of different strategies. You can use crushed coral, you can use cichlid substrates, you can actually dose things like baking soda, but you have to remember that stability is what is most important. You know, so using some salts can help as well. Did I have a good experience with fluval stratum? Not particularly. I prefer Tropica substrates. Green neon rasbora, if you mean the Microdeveria cubitai, I mean a 10-gallon is great. My shell dwellers are doing great. I showed them earlier. It'll be available in the recap. But I should probably get to work. I need to do a bunch of water changes and pack and all kinds of stuff. Will I ever get what? No, I said I won't ever get angels. Never. Wonder shells, they're okay. You can make your own if you get like plaster. You can make your own wonder shells. It's sort of what they are. Or calcium. But I hope that some of you will come out tonight and see Joey and show support and say hello and, you know, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys next Friday. I'll try and do an afternoon or a nighttime one next Friday. I'm not sure what's in my schedule yet. I take my life 1 week at a time. Otherwise, I get overwhelmed with the amount of things to do. So, anyway. Oh, the Anubias. Good. Smart to remind me, Justin. I'll grab it right now. Thank you, guys.